Here we go. Whether it makes you laugh, cry, scream, or fly, there's a song for every emotion. We're Mike and Priya, and we talk about the songs that make up the soundtrack to your life, because life is in the lyrics.
Hello, everyone. I am Priya.
And I'm Mike.
And this is Life in the Lyrics, where we talk and talk
Life in the
and
lyrics?
talk. Oh, life is in the lyrics. And I'm also just reading this off the script, and I still didn't get it right. And yes, this is Life in the...
Oh, you did it again.
She's
had 2 sips of... We're drinking this episode.
Well, this is our last episode of the year, so we are having a little bubbly. I've had 2 sips. Anyways, this is Life is in the Lyrics, where we talk about how important music is in our lives. Right, Mike?
That's right. Mm-hmm. We do love to talk. Mm-hmm. And we would also love to hear from you, our listeners.
We want you to talk to us.
Yes. I have received some feedback. I received a couple of messages on Instagram from some listeners. And I also, some people that I know personally who have heard our episodes have also sent me some messages. And one of them is also a colleague, and he was saying that he loves it. He thinks that we're quite funny. But it would be great if we got some more.
We would love to hear all your comments. I feel like we should put a poll out of how many people think Priya talks way too much. Probably like 95%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike's not going to deny it.
No, I do go on my own rants, that's for sure. But
sometimes.
Yeah.
They're not as ranty as mine.
No, maybe not as
I get more heated.
I'm not allowed to say
bitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just love a good rant. I could tell you a rant about customer service every week.
Yeah.
I was going to do a customer service
I know.
podcast with a
You
friend
did
of
say
mine.
that. Yeah.
Because there's a lot to bitch about there. Anyways, how can you talk to us? You can email us at lifeisinthelyrics@gmail.com or
DM us at our Instagram account at The Little Podcast. That is the LIITL podcast.
Yeah, that's right. So it is almost the end of another year. I swear to God, time moves faster the older you get, doesn't
Madonna
it?
lied. Madonna lied. She said, remember?
4 seconds.
Time goes by so slowly. No, it doesn't.
She's a lying
lady.
Yeah, lady.
And even the lady part might be questioned. No, I'm just joking.
Everybody has their own thoughts on that. But we thought since all the radio stations do like their top songs, we thought we would cap off the year with a look at some of our favorite music-related moments and memories from the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some questions for you.
Yes, please ask me the questions. Keeping in mind, these bubbles are going right to my head. The one bubble has gone right to my head. I've had 4 sips now.
Look at you, and
it's ridiculous.
You a lightweight.
I'm such a lightweight sometimes.
Yeah, you are a lightweight though. That's because you really do weigh, 80 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah,
with sweaters on.
I've never cracked 110 pounds. I've tried. Really? That's my goal.
When I first moved to Toronto, mind you, that was a while ago, I was like 145, 148. Mm-hmm. That was my weight for years and years. I cannot get under 180.
Well, didn't you just tell me that you haven't been to the gym in 6 months? You big fatty.
And then I found out last week that there's a Craig's Cookies truck that parks right near my work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
How many times have you popped in there?
Just once.
Okay.
But I buy 6 cookies.
So they last you the whole week.
Which is not good. Yeah. No, it lasts me like 2 hours.
Mike, do you eat all those cookies in one day?
That's a yes. Yeah.
That's a yes.
Yeah, it's not good.
Well, what did you have to ask me?
I wanted to know how your week was because it's recording. We recorded our special episode.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen you since. Mm-hmm. And you've had a lot happen.
We were just saying that recording was just like a week ago Saturday. So basically it's Monday today.
I can't believe that was a week ago.
It was a week ago where we were all coming off the high of the Eras tour. And then we had our special guests in and we recorded. And now that seems like it was a month ago.
Yeah. A lot. It's time. Yeah.
Crazy.
It doesn't go by so slowly. We already established that Madonna lied.
No, she did lie. We're going to have to take that up with her.
She lied through her.
You know who's aged really beautifully?
Who?
Helen Mirren.
Oh, yeah. She doesn't look like
Goddamn,
she's
she's
had
hot.
any
Yeah.
work done at all.
She just looks beautiful, and
Yeah.
she keeps herself in shape. There is something to be said about aging gracefully. Mind you, if I had all the money in the world, I think we've talked about this, there are a couple of things I would fix on my body. But to be honest, like for the most part, I just try to take care of myself and hope things don't go too badly too quickly.
Yeah.
But I was in the mirror. I was in the bathroom earlier, and I was looking at the smile lines, and I was like, what's that on my face?
Oh, but that's okay. Those are smile lines. That's
I know,
good.
but there's such deep creases now. It's like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got big ass bags under my eyes. I am so wrinkly.
I got a cream for that.
Okay.
Because I've been using one for like the last 3.5 weeks, and I'm so impressed with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I want pass that cream over. I need
will
it.
pass a cream.
I'm gonna put it everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, not everywhere.
Well, I've been known to put the cream everywhere too.
Okay.
Anyways, okay.
All right. Tell me what the cream is, and I'll buy my own.
Whipping cream. No, I will tell you the cream.
This is 9.5 weeks.
It's from Sephora, but we'll get into that later.
Okay.
We're not being paid for advertising.
No,
here.
we're not. Let's
One
not.
day.
Yeah.
One day. Anyways, so my week is pretty busy last week. This weekend was really busy because I had my big holiday event that I do in the wine industry.
How did it
that
go?
was Saturday.
I'm sorry we couldn't make it.
Yeah, we missed you. It was great. It was really great. It's always stressful.
great?
So great. It's always stressful the last week or week and a half before an event because you're like, those last minute ticket buyers. It's like, okay, are you
Right.
going to buy or what? So it's always very stressful, and then it always turns out. And it was a great night.
What was turnout?
I think we had like 150 people there.
Nice.
Which is great.
That's
yeah.
great.
And
Did you do it at
Society
social?
Clubhouse.
Oh, I don't know that place.
Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of like a community hub. They do a lot of yoga classes and all sorts of things, but they have a bottle shop. They have a little cafe there. It's a really cute
really?
place. I think
Cool.
you'd really like it. Yeah.
College in Dovercourt?
Dovercourt.
Are you sure it's not Dundas in Dovercourt?
I am sure. Yes.
College. in
College,
Dovercourt.
just like half a block east of Dovercourt. Nobody finds this interesting.
All right.
And then
So well, that's good. So it was a good event.
So it was a great event.
I know where it is. You took me there before. Yes.
I did for what?
Yeah, remember we went to some vegan thing.
Oh,
they had
maybe.
arts and crafts and
Yeah, they had a vegan
yes,
market.
this
Yeah.
used to be the Octopus's yoga something.
Lounge, something like that.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
right. I forgot it was that
Yeah.
place.
Okay, yeah, I know that place.
Yeah, so that was Saturday. And then yesterday, I went to see Moulin Rouge, the stage production.
Oh my God, really?
Yes.
That is so funny because my sister-in-law was in town this weekend.
Did you go see it?
No.
Oh.
But the reason why I couldn't come to your event was because my niece and her partner bought a house in Waterloo and they
Okay.
were having a family gathering there.
Right.
And my
Yeah.
sister-in-law, Mary, shout out to Magic Mary.
Right.
She was driving and she had her phone set up and she kept playing the Moulin
drunk.
Rouge. She kept playing the Moulin Rouge soundtrack.
Okay, but was she playing the film version?
Yes.
Because it
my gift is my
I know,
song.
I know.
Or something like that.
But
and
that-
this one's for you.
It's completely different.
And you can tell everybody
Everybody,
this is
a
a song. I
And
love
what
that
about
that
the
music.
Come what may.
Yes. I know.
Come what may. Oh my God, I love Ewan McGregor's voice on that.
Yeah.
I will love you until my dying
Yes. Yeah.
day.
Now,
Yeah.
you know that also every time I hear that, it reminds me of you and your ex. Because when I first started coming to Toronto to visit you guys, we watched that movie at your apartment on Sororian.
Oh my God, I have no memory of that.
Don't you
at
remember?
all.
And I stayed over
No.
one night and I was singing and you guys were like, yeah, we could hear you singing all night. I was drunk and I was singing that.
So that's
You
going
don't
to be,
remember?
this episode will probably be a repeat of that because we're quickly getting drunk
Yeah,
on this
yeah.
half bottle
Half
of
bottle
champagne
of
that we have here.
Prosecco.
Yeah, half bottle of bubbly and
Mm-hmm.
I'm already half in the bag. How was your weekend?
Well, sorry,
you
I
did
did cut you off.
No, we're going
You-
to talk
you-
about Moulin Rouge later because it is in
Oh,
my
okay.
favorite memories.
Okay.
Yeah.
We had a busy weekend because we went out to Waterloo and that was very nice. And they got killed with snow over the weekend. But
I have seen some photos of outside places outside of the
yeah,
city.
outside of Toronto.
Insane. Yeah.
But we didn't get caught in the snow, which was nice. As I mentioned, my sister-in-law Mary was in town and she's always a lot of fun to
Is
be
she
around.
contrary?
Mary. She is actually contrary.
Oh.
That's right. She is. Well, but in all fairness, all of that side of the family are contrarians.
Right, okay.
They are. That's just the way they are.
Right. It's the
Dawn doesn't
intellectual in
listen.
them.
My husband doesn't listen to this podcast. And so he won't know that I'm going to say,
Oh my God.
my little trick that I have for him is when I want something my way, I will give the contrarian way because I know he's going to be contrarian.
Oh, wow.
Shh, don't tell him.
Clever. Well, we don't have to worry because he'll never listen.
He'll never listen, but don't tell him.
I won't tell him unless I need to.
Yeah.
I need to hold it
now
over
that
you.
I've spilled my secret.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
And then on Friday night, Dawn and I went out for dinner with some friends because it was my friend Vinny's birthday.
Nice. Was that the Vinny whose birthday you were going to go to the night of the
Yes,
concert? Yeah.
that's right. Yes. So
Right.
that was rescheduled
Good.
because we were going to the concert.
Because we had other plans, yeah.
We had big plans.
Big
yes.
plans, yeah.
Yeah. But we had a very nice dinner. Got
Nice.
a little. I had a cocktail first.
Yeah.
And then we had 2 bottles of wine. There were 4 of us.
That's a lot of wine.
Yeah, I was a little hungover
That's
the
like
next
4
day.
glasses of wine each person plus a cocktail.
It's always weird, I find, at restaurants when you order wine, like a bottle of wine, and they keep coming around and topping up your glass
Yeah.
and top. I find that really hard to gauge how much I'm drinking.
Yeah.
Because they're always topping you up. And
Yeah,
it's
so
like,
you don't know if it's been topped up when it's 3/4 full or 1/4 full.
right.
Yes.
So it's like, how much am I actually drinking?
I know.
Yeah,
Enough to be wasted and have a hangover.
exactly.
Yeah. All right.
And I wasn't wasted, but I did have a bit of a hangover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so easy to get over those anymore,
No.
to bounce back.
No. I know. And then they were all going to go out to a bar. And they're like, yeah, we're going out tomorrow night. We're going to go to a bar. And I'm like, well, we're going to be away, number one. And I don't think I have the energy to do
Right.
that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a bit lame that way.
I know. I was supposed to go to this dance music showcase last night that a friend of mine was putting on. I had tickets for it with a couple of girlfriends. But after Moulin Rouge, so I get home, it's about 5 o'clock, and it's already getting dark. And one of the girls bailed. She's like, listen, I just moved today. I'm sorry to be a wet noodle, but I don't got it in me to get out.
Tired.
Yeah. And then myself and my other friend Mira were like, okay, well, listen, I'm definitely up to going, but I'm totally cool to stay home too. And then the other one was saying, yep, same thing. Like, I'll go if you want to go.
Oh,
But
so it's
I'm
like a
totally
bit of
okay
like
to-
a,
Yeah.
yeah, who's going to be the one
To say, we don't want to go out.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, you know what? Well, I feel like neither one of us is dying to
Yeah,
go. It's
yeah.
so cold out. We had a big night because she had come to my event. And so we just didn't go. It was like, I don't know who I thought I was to program myself of having my event on Saturday night.
And the
Moulin Rouge
energy.
on Sunday afternoon, and then going out Sunday night. Like,
Sunday night dance party?
yeah, it was it was a performance. So not really a dance party, but it was going to go on till 2.
What?
But no, I wasn't going to be there till 2. I was like, I'll be there. I'll be there from 8 to 10:30 or 11 and go home. But then I just stayed home.
Well, we at this family gathering, my other niece, she was out with her girlfriends the night before.
Okay.
She got in at 3:30.
Oh,
And
how old
she
is
was
she?
she's like 23.
Oh, God, love her.
Yeah, I mean, at 23, you can do it.
Yeah.
And she looked amazing. She did not look like
Yeah.
somebody who had basically 4 or 5 hours sleep.
Right.
When she said that, I was like, oh, yeah.
Remember when we
Yeah,
used
when
to
you're
do
in your
that?
20s, you could do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you're our age, you're like, why would you want to do that?
I'm like, ooh, yeah, I'm in
I
bed by
know.
9:30.
Do you remember
Can't
on
do
Modern Family when Mitch and
Cam.
when their girlfriend from a long time ago came
Oh,
in
yeah,
over?
yeah. What was her name? What was that? Who's that actress?
I love that actress so much. And I cannot remember her name right now, but you could look it up.
It's true, I can.
Anyways, she would come over and she was still like a party girl. And they
Yes.
were just like, they were trying to keep up, trying to be cool, but they're like, oh my God, we can't do this. That's who we've become.
Yeah, that is how.
That
yeah,
is who
yeah.
we've become.
It's true. We were going to record
Yeah.
on Monday of last week, but you couldn't. Why? Do you remember?
No,
Or wait, Tuesday. It was not Monday. Tuesday.
I don't remember. Did I have a good reason?
Yes, you did.
Oh my God, let me look at my calendar. See, this is
It
my
has
brain.
something to do with Taylor Swift and choir.
Oh, yes.
I want to
Oh my
hear
God.
about it. How did it go?
Oh, it was so fun. It was, they were doing the song Antihero. And it was really cool how they arranged it. So they separated the audience into 3 different sections. They had one group playing, like singing the lead, and then the other 2 groups harmonizing. It was magical. It was really cool. There were a lot of people kind of dressed up in glitter and stuff.
Elizabeth Banks.
Elizabeth Banks, she is
That's
so
Modern Family.
funny. Oh my God, that
Sorry.
whole storyline.
Choir.
So good. So if you don't live in Toronto, I wonder if they do this in other places. Choir, choir, choir. I have to say it slowly, otherwise it comes out like a jumble.
Quack, quack, quack.
Yeah, it sounds like
Drar.
quacking duck. Was established apparently 14 years ago. And this was my first time going.
Does that include COVID years?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then when I got there, I was like, I know one of the hosts because he used to work in the film industry, and I met him like 20 years ago. So it was a really great night. And what they do is they take all these songs, popular pop culture songs, and they kind of deconstruct them, and then they separate the audience into sections, and they make a choir out of it, and they record it, and they put out a video. So I can't wait to see the video.
Oh, so it's not out yet?
I don't think so. I don't know how quickly they turn them around, but it was so much fun. And I was still on my Taylor Swift high, so of course I had to go, and it was super fun. I was dressed in my full Taylor Swift outfit, wearing my t-shirt,
nice.
my little shiny hot pants, and the
nice.
The whole thing.
That's great. Yeah, you wanted me to go with you
I did.
on that, and I was
and
not.
Mike said, no.
Yeah, I kind of hit my Taylor Swift.
He was tailored out.
Yeah, I hit the max.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to move on.
This was Mike's projection for Taylor, okay? So we bought the tickets, and then he was kind of coasting along in this sort of like, yeah, she's so over, it's just too much.
I never said she was so over.
Not over. You said she's overplayed, she's overhyped, it's just too much.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get to the concert, and he's like a 12-year-old schoolgirl, giddy with excitement.
It's true.
And the next day, he messages and says, not gonna lie, I cried watching some of the videos that I recorded.
It's true, I did.
Yeah. And then you were done.
It was so exciting.
And then you were
It
done.
really was. Yeah. And now I'm like, you know what? I just want to be, I realize that I'm like that with a lot of things that, like, especially entertainment wise, mostly movies that impact me in some way.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm going to tell you this, but Titanic, I saw that movie and I was so crushed by that movie.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it. I haven't seen any of the scenes again. I cannot watch any of that. It was like so emotionally, I don't know.
Draining.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And so that was done with that.
So here's a funny thing about that. I was reading this interview with Margot Robbie, and she was saying whenever she needs to cry in a scene, she plays the theme song from Titanic.
Oh,
because it takes her back to that moment where Leo is in the water and she's on top of that.
Never let go, Jack.
I know.
Never let go.
I know. I just thought that was so funny that that's what she uses to trigger
that
her tears.
Is, yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have those sorts of things where I'm like, once something has touched my heart emotionally, that's beautiful. It. I'm done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think like I listened to Taylor so much since we bought the tickets until now. And now, I mean, I still listen to her music.
What's this? Are you on?
I have.
What?
But then Shawn Mendes' album came out.
Oh, right. Yes.
And it's quite beautiful.
Apparently I saw some clip that he cried.
Yeah.
He got very emotional singing one of his songs.
I sent that to you.
No, somebody else did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He was singing.
Oh, actually, it wasn't sent to me. I saw it online.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was singing about a song he wrote called Heart of Gold about a friend of his that he had when he was young. What's funny?
I think I may have just admitted that I did not click on the video that you sent me.
But I guess it was the same clip.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I send you things and you don't bother. Okay.
I do. Mm-hmm. Actually, I thought that you were just sending me a link to his album. That was why I didn't click on it.
Okay. Well, that's not much better. All right. I think we're ready to just carry on now.
Are we done with our updates?
I think we're done with our updates.
Are we? Okay. Well, I am glad that you had a good week, and I'm glad that your event went well because I know you work really hard.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You deserve success, lady.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. And you deserve to eat 6 Craig's cookies.
No.
Damn well feel
No. That's not going to happen anymore.
Just run it off. Keep running up that hill.
And running up that road. And run to that Craig's cookie truck.
Baby. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Moving on.
moving on. So, do you want to start off with one of your favorite memories, or do you want me to go
So
first?
this episode is really highlights, right?
Yeah.
What's interesting about this episode is that
Is it interesting, though? We haven't recorded it yet.
We're recording it now.
We're recording it now. Is it interesting so far?
No, it is. Like, as I reflect, so, we had mentioned this, we came up with this idea. And so since August, we've been working on this podcast and we recorded some things and we piloted some episodes. We've sent them out. We've gotten feedback. Here we are. We're recording. We've released, I think, 6 episodes at the time of recording.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying them. I know
because we think we're funny.
But I'm enjoying the whole process.
Me too.
I am enjoying the process.
Yeah.
And it's actually impacted my relationship with podcasts in general because I'm certainly way more interested now. And I'm paying attention to things in podcasts around just the way people interact and the questions they ask and how they make their podcasts work.
Right.
Not all podcasts work for me. So I'm also paying attention to what is it about a podcast that connects with me. And I think the more we record, the more we publish our podcasts, I think that we will have, and I'm looking forward to people sharing with us their thoughts about, just are we connecting with them?
What's working and what's not?
Yeah, what's working, what's not.
Like,
are
do you
we
care
connecting?
about hearing about our week? Do you
I
want
don't
us
know.
to just skip that? I don't know.
Let's see what they say. Yeah.
If you don't care about that, that's just like get on
we
with the
can
bullshit.
we can move on from that.
Move right past it.
Although I do enjoy that part myself personally.
We could always do that off air.
We can.
Yeah.
Yes. So this episode being the last episode that we plan to publish for the year is just kind of, I don't know, there's something about it. It's like we've been working on this for quite a few months, and we're about to head into a new year and hopefully record a lot more.
Yeah, like we talked about this for a long time, and then we kind of got serious about it in August, which seems so far away now. And then we've been really kind of
repeat everything I just said. I'm just kidding.
No, I meant we've been really on the ball. Like we've been really moving forward with it. Really. Really.
Yeah.
We have really been doing a really good job.
It's been a really good ride so far.
Okay, all right.
So, with this being the
folks.
episode that's
apparently I say folks a lot.
Folks, yeah.
Thank you, Angie, for pointing that out.
Thanks, Angie, my sister Ange.
Yes, we need to know the things that we say that are annoying and repetitive.
Or funny and cute. No.
Yeah, we do want to know that stuff. I mean, I'm sure. We want to hear the positive. We want to hear the pros and the cons.
Probably going to cut most of this out.
We say that all the time. Okay. Also, you did not start the timer, so we don't know how long we've been gabbing, and we're drunk, so we've probably been talking already for 30 minutes. Okay, do you want to start off with one of your musical memories?
Yeah. So earlier this episode, Priya mentioned that I had mentioned that I started going back to the gym after about 6 or 7 months.
Yeah, I can
tell.
I'm just kidding. I can never tell. I can never tell whenever you say that I haven't gone to the gym in so long, I'm like, I don't notice any difference.
Squeezing myself into the girdle. I don't wear a girdle.
I hope not.
No, so I started going back to the gym, and I pulled up one of my workout playlists.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm like, oh, yes, some of this music is like, I totally remember when this came out this year, or when I tuned into this artist. And earlier this year, one of the artists that I got so into, and I'm thinking it might have been last year actually that I started listening to him.
This is where Mike takes a big pause as he's trying to think about his next.
It actually was last year, but it really lasted a long time. Noah Kahan.
I know that name.
You would know him, and he released a song with he had what's his name? Oh God.
I know.
I can't believe I'm
do this
totally
all the time.
Yeah. I am the
guy
worst.
who sang on that.
He was on Fortnite with
Taylor?
Also with Taylor. He sang
with Post Malone.
Post Malone. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Oh, good Lord.
Noah Kahan. I know the name, but what's the name of the song?
I remember when I promised to. I'm gonna get the lyrics all fucked up, but it's raining and I'm calling drunk. My medicine is drowning your perspective out, but I'm taking any fault, something like that.
I don't remember this song.
I'm proud of all the things that I'm proud of all the punches I've thrown.
Okay.
You would know him. He was huge. He did this world tour.
Right.
And he started out, he's from upstate New York, I want to say. Not upstate New York? Where the fuck is he from?
We don't know anything unless we Google it. So are you saying that this was one of your songs that you listened to on repeat or something?
The album.
Yeah.
So what caught me on to him was I saw something on probably Instagram.
Okay.
I saw no, you know what it was? It was those reaction videos. I was watching these reaction videos on YouTube.
Where they listen to a song for the first time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love
Which
those.
then I realized they're probably not listening for the first time. They're probably people that have already recorded several episodes, but whatever. Anyways, so I started, that's how I got caught onto him. And he had a album called Stick Season.
Okay.
And it was huge, and it really picked up momentum online, is my understanding. And then he started out on this tour, and he went from playing these smaller venues to playing these massive stadiums. And then he re-recorded some of the songs on his album with guest artists.
Okay.
And Post Malone was one of them. And he had a variety of other... there's Casey Musgraves. She recorded.
Love her voice.
Hosier. Gracie Abrams was one of his re-recorders. So yeah, he had a lot of success with this Stick Season album, and he's kind of this folky kind of music,
like singer-songwriter stuff.
Yeah, really good.
I like that kind of vibe.
And there's a couple of songs that are like driving down a country road with the windows down, and you're belting it out, kind of songs. Like you really just belt it out. It's beautiful.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah. And so that was one that. So I remember actually 2 summers ago he was playing at the Molson Amphitheater, and I really wanted to go, but we were having some friends over for dinner, and I was like, damn it, that would have been amazing, because it was kind of right after, he was right on the cusp of doing like massive stadiums after that.
Right.
And then the next time he came around, he did Scotiabank.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as much as I love the arena tours, there is something about the outdoor stadiums.
Yeah.
That
and the smaller venues. I mean, it's big,
venues.
but
like,
still, it seems more intimate.
Definitely. And like, for example, Massey Hall, Shawn
Oh,
Mendes.
yeah.
I am so upset that I couldn't go to that show. The acoustics in that venue are incredible, and just the reviews
Any
on
seat
his
is
show.
amazing.
Every
I saw
seat is
Kelly
amazing,
Clarkson there. I think I told you that.
Really?
Yeah.
I did
she
not
was
know
amazing.
that. I
Yep.
bet she was. Okay, well, I'm going to have to put that on my playlist because I don't know that one.
Yep. I'll send you a link. It's amazing.
Okay, and unlike you, I will actually click on the link when you send it to me. Thanks. Okay. All right. So one of mine is, well, we talked a little bit about Moulin Rouge, but what I thought was so amazing about Moulin Rouge, the play, was that they have updated the songs. Like, there are songs by Rihanna, Sia, Lady Gaga, Beyonce, Katy Perry.
They sing them?
And of course, Britney Bitch. Yeah.
Oh, God.
There's all these songs that they have somehow managed to merge into the storyline.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's incredible. So now I feel like I have to go back and watch the movie again because it's drastically different in terms of the songs. Of course, they keep Your Song, they keep Come What May, they keep some of the placeholders. And you know what? This is so weird. I don't know why this is happening, but I have a lot of saliva in my mouth right now.
Why? Stop.
It's just like
it's so weird when you share that information.
I know, but it's just like I keep having
just
to
have
swallow.
a drink of my water.
Is it the bubbly?
Yeah, I think you're drunk. Are you also high?
I'm not high. Okay. It's just the bubbly, and now I've finished my portion.
I got some water right there.
I know, but I don't know if that's going to make it better or worse. Anyway, sorry, folks. That's really gross.
We're cutting all that out.
But Moulin Rouge, the musical, it is such a fun show because it's so colorful and the sets are quite incredible. Like, they're so vibrant and the dancing is just like everywhere. Like, you don't know where to put your eyes. And just the fact that they have so many songs that you know, it was a lot of fun. It was just such a rollicking fun time.
Rollicking. That's
it's a word that you don't get to hear often.
There's a word that you like to use. Rollicking.
Yeah.
I've heard that one in these recordings before.
Really? I've said that before?
Here's the test for our listeners. What are some of the commonly used words?
Oh my God.
What are some of the words that each of us use
Or the
on a regular
phrases,
basis?
yeah.
Or phrases, yeah.
We know
Rollicking, I think, is one of them.
I've said that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. I don't remember ever using that term. Okay. Well, yeah. If you are in a city where that play is on, I highly recommend it. It was
Who
really
did
great.
the movie?
Baz Luhrmann.
Baz Luhrmann. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a incredibly it was
Visually,
it was just like a movie on crack. There was so much going on.
And that is now the stage play. It is so visually just almost, it's like it's overwhelming almost. You don't know where to look. Like the main character might be singing, but then there's dancing going on all over the place. And it's very raunchy.
Where is it playing?
It's playing at the Ed Mirvish Theater on Yonge Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
okay,
a beautiful theater.
yeah.
So pretty.
I have a question for you. Oh, segue.
Yeah.
Visually, musical. Read an article this morning. By article, I mean headline. Where Elton John lost his eyesight.
Oh.
And he went to the opening he's producing a musical.
Okay.
Can't remember what it is now. But he was saying that he lost his eyesight.
Like he's blind?
Yeah.
Like he's blind.
He cannot see.
Is that temporary?
No. I don't know. Maybe. I didn't didn't read the article long enough.
Okay, that didn't catch your attention
That's a really
long enough.
boring update. Yeah. Oh, here's some information for you that's half-assed and,
and incomplete.
Not very thorough.
Okay. Do you have another memory you want to mention?
Yes, I do. So there was one of these. Have you ever heard of the Canadian band The Beaches?
No.
They're amazing. And there was a song that was very popular. I totally got hooked on it. Blame Brett.
Okay.
Don't blame me, blame Brett. Blame my ex, blame my ex, blame my ex.
No.
Don't blame me. It's a great song, and it's amazing to run to.
Oh, I bet. It sounds like it has a good
beat.
It's
got a good beat. And so it's a Canadian band. They're from the Beaches in Toronto, or the Beach, now they call it. Stupid.
Right.
And they have an album. They're musicians. They've probably got a couple of albums out, but their latest album came out, and Blame Brett became like one of these hits.
Okay.
And they actually, I think they were on Jimmy Fallon. They performed on.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah. So that was another song that was like it was a staple on, and mostly because when I was working out, it was part of my workout playlist.
Yeah.
So I was listening to it all the time. But it was like it's a great song to like even, when have another memory when we were up at our friend's house in Mulmer, and usually we have music on when we're getting dinner ready, and it's usually we're trying to listen to something that kind of, gets us all.
Pump you up.
Yeah. And that was definitely one of them that was on there.
I don't know that one either, so now I'm going to have to add that
there
to my
you go,
list.
There you go.
In terms of songs, I have to say that a song that I am obsessed with is Die With a Smile.
What's that one?
Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga.
How's it go?
If the world was ending, I'd want to be next to you.
No.
Oh my God, I love that song. It is such a throwback for me to when Bruno Mars came out, and he was more of a crooner kind of guy, and he would just sing these really dreamy, emotional love songs. And this reminds me so much of like a power ballad from like the 90s or something. And their voices together are phenomenal.
There's some other Bruno Mars song right now that is
like
uppity,
up, that with the Korean girl group.
Is that what it is? I don't know. I just keep seeing it on. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what are they even saying? But that's popular culture these days.
Yeah. I was listening to a podcast the other day where the two young women who are dancers that went viral, they had done some dance to some song, and they've been posting, the two of them, they would just do dances and post them to their TikTok.
Yeah.
And they posted some dance. They woke up the next morning and they had like 1.3 million views. And they were like, what the hell just happened?
They used a certain song?
They used a song, but they created a dance. These were actually professional dancers.
Right.
But they, just recorded themselves dancing to this song in their living room or something. They ended up with like 1.3 million views in one day or something like that. And since then, so these were like two young women who were working in some retail job, professional dancers. They'd go to auditions, and they were doing that whole slog.
Yeah.
Ended up going viral online. And since then, it's this is what they do. They quit their jobs, and all they do is create dances online. And the business model is that musicians, they were talking about how managers and whatever of musicians or musicians themselves reach out to them, slide into their DMs and say, hey, yeah, we'd love it to maybe work with you, and it's all about if they can get these TikTok viral people to do something to help make this song that they're about to release go viral, then of course it increases their sales and blah, blah, blah. So it's so odd.
I don't understand how that. Where's the money though? How did those girls make?
I don't know.
Like, it's crazy.
I don't know. And I've listened to a couple of episodes where people have been interviewed who are like these social media, whatever, stars, influencers.
Yep.
But they don't really talk. They actually don't really. They never talk about how they make money.
I know. I think
which I think is odd.
We don't have to get into that, but it is an interesting.
If you are a listener who is also
an influencer, how do you make your bunny, bitch?
How do you make your bunny?
I just said bunny, and then so did Mike.
I just was repeating what you said.
How do you make your bunny, bitch?
How do you make your bunny, bitch? We're going to coin that one. Make your bunny, bitch. No, how do you make money? I'm assuming it's through sponsorship, but
I think so.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's a whole new world.
A whole new world. Okay, so that was a bit of a tangent, but
yeah, we do like our tangents.
Yeah, you were talking about something else.
Yeah, I was just talking about that that Bruno Mars, Lady Gaga song, which I am obsessed with, and I just love it so much. I think they're perfect duet partners. And that's all I have to say.
More perfect than Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper.
Oh, also very perfect.
That's one of our karaoke standards.
And also another perfect duet partnership is Bon Iver and Tay.
Yes, that is another standard of ours.
Yeah. Okay. On to you. Another memory?
Yes. So this might be controversial because
I can't wait.
Of all the Taylor Swift stuff, but the 1975. I got really into them this year. Yeah.
I have never listened to their music.
Oh, they've got some great albums. Their last
That's
two.
Matt Healy's band, right?
Yeah. And so I started, I don't know exactly how it started. I think it probably started before the Taylor Swift connection, but maybe because I had watched some Taylor Swift reels or whatever, the 1975 came in. They did a world tour, and again, another concert I wanted to go to, but we had invited some people over for dinner. And they were playing at Scotiabank Arena as well, so they were like big. But last year they did this big world tour, and it was more of a art installation. Not more. It was a combination art installation and concert.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to visualize what that
Their staging was very interesting.
Okay.
And Matty Healy is, I'm going to say avant-garde, but he's a pretty cerebral kind of artist. So apparently at the concert in New York City, what's the big stadium in Manhattan?
Rockefeller Center?
No.
The
huge, big
of course.
stadium.
Radio City Music Hall.
No, not that one.
God damn it.
The big stadium where Billy Joel always plays.
I don't know. I just told you the ones I know.
Okay.
Are we really going to Google this?
Yep.
My God. We are useless. While you're looking that up, I'm going to say that the Niall Horan concert here at
Niall Horan.
Yeah, Niall Horan was
Madison Square Gardens.
That's right. I did know that. one. Anyways.
So at Madison Square Gardens, apparently he ate a big hunk of raw meat on stage as part of his performance.
Because that's performance art for some reason?
Mm-hmm. I guess I shouldn't tell a vegan that. But
well, I mean, but what's the point of that? Like, so weird.
Maybe we should ask him to be on our podcast and see what he has to say. I'm sure he has lots of time for people like you and me.
DMs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So I saw Niall Horan I'm only mentioning that because it was not a concert that I bought tickets for in advance. One of my staff members at the family business was saying, "Oh, I'm going to see Niall Horan this weekend." And I said, "Oh my God, he's in town?" And then I just looked into tickets, and they were like 2 days before the concert. I looked into tickets, and they had some pretty decent seats for very good prices.
Oh, dear.
So I went, and it was
It's not a big endorsement for Niall Horan. Poor guy.
I mean, it was packed. It was packed when I got there, but there were some seats. And I think that's just a good trick to think of is like in advance of a show, like 2-3 days in advance, check if there are tickets left. Because a lot of times there are, and they're just kind of selling them off at really good prices. But he was so fun to see in concert. It was a nice surprise because it wasn't somebody I was dying to see. I'd liked his music. I loved him on the Voice as a coach. He's just comes across as such a nice, genuine person. And it was such a great concert.
Nice. Another highlight of my year that I spoke about in another episode, which was, I think, the concert effect.
Okay.
It was a concert that I went to with my husband.
Oh, yeah?
We went to see Stars.
Stars, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
you've
always
seen them
love
like
seeing
4
them.
or 5 times?
I've seen them about 7 times,
my God,
7 or
okay.
8 times. You know how I got to know Stars? I don't know if I ever told you this, but you were producing a film, and I think you were acting in the film too.
Okay.
It was a film with some young people,
By Charlie Walker.
by Charlie Walker.
Yep, that
That's
was
it.
a long time ago. My God.
I had a car back then,
Yeah.
and it had a CD player in it.
Yes.
And there was, I don't remember who this young woman was, but she was a crew member, and she left the CD in my car, in my player.
God.
And it was Stars, and
Okay.
I totally fell in love with that band.
What a
And
coincidence.
that's how I got into it. Like, when was that? By Charlie Walker was like,
20 years ago.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
gotta be like
They've been around for 20 years.
2005.
Oh, my God.
Oh, they've been around for a long time. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so that's how I got hooked onto them. And and so we've been going basically like every time they play in Toronto, we go.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. I love that. I love that that's the origin story of your
Yeah.
becoming a fan of them.
Yeah. Yeah. There's actually a lot of bands that I've connected with through those sorts of quote unquote word of mouth
Right.
approaches,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, yeah, I guess so. Like people mention somebody to you, and then
Yeah.
like now I'm going to go and look up that band that you mentioned that I already forgot.
But you have a car, so you would think that you would probably hear. But who listens to the radio anymore?
But I do.
Oh, you
I
do?
I listen to the radio all the time. But I have on my playlist, like, I mean, my stations, I have, I have a classical, I have a jazz, I have CBC Radio 1, so they play all sorts of things. I have pop. I have some R&B station.
Oh, look at you. You're
I have
so diverse.
2 country stations. Yeah, because I really like to
yeah,
listen
yeah.
to a lot of different things. So it's whatever I'm in the mood for, you know?
I think you will really like Noah Khan.
Okay, I'm going to listen.
Because it is a bit of like a
know that
folk
name.
country-ish
Yeah.
kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I dig that vibe, especially in the winter when it's kind of
Dig
chilly
that
and stuff.
vibe, man.
And I want to just say my last memory before we, I think, talk about the Eras Tour, maybe just a quick
God.
button to our year, is the Post Malone album. Have you listened to his country
Which
album?
one? Because country.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't. Is it good?
Incredible.
Oh, yeah?
Listen, on that album, he does duets with all these amazing country stars like Dolly Parton, Blake Shelton, Jelly Roll, Tim McGraw, Morgan Wallen, Chris Stapleton, Brad Paisley, Hank Williams Jr., Lainey Wilson. He's got so many duets with all these heavy, heavy hitters. And what is amazing about his album, if you talk about how 2024, so many people went country, like Beyonce had her country album, right? But Beyonce basically
It's a marketing
created
ploy.
her own genre of country. It doesn't sound like country music. It's Beyonce. I didn't really connect too much with that album. There's some songs on it
Do you
that
have
are like
it?
cool.
Did you download it?
I
Oh, no,
just
you
listened to
did. You
Apple
just
Music,
listened. Yeah.
But Post Malone's album, I listened to that a lot, and he kind of explores different styles of country. So there are some songs that are a little more honky tonk. There are some that are sort of 90s country, and then some that are more current country vibes. Some that are more bluegrass. Like he really kind of explores the
Interesting.
genre, and I don't really know a lot of his other music. Like I know the stuff that's been on the radio, obviously, but I've never listened to complete albums. But this one I listened to The whole
from
album.
start to finish.
From start to finish.
Interesting.
It's a
All
really
right.
good album.
I'm going to check that out because I do like Post Malone.
Yeah.
The more, I like his duet stuff. Like, I had some help.
Yeah, that's with Morgan Wallen,
Yeah, is that on that?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I do like that song. I like that kind of
Country?
like kind of new country.
Yeah.
I'm not really into the twangy kind of.
Yeah, like I think his one with Hank Williams Jr. is probably the most classic country, but there are lots of different country vibes on it, which I just think is such a fun way to do a country album. If you're going to do it, then just explore all the different styles, right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it was really cool.
Nice.
It's really surprising, I think, coming from him because he's not somebody I ever would have expected.
What was his genre?
I think it was more like hip hop, like R&B, pop R&B sort of, because his stuff is really kind of vibey, right? Like he's had duets with.
Oh my God, he's only 29 years old.
I know. He must be like a
29?
musical genius of some sort. I've heard that said about him before, and now I kind of believe it because if you can do an album that explores so many different styles of one genre of music, I think that is not your typical genre of music. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good album. I'm curious to know what you think of it when you listen to it.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a try.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it
It
a
ain't like
try.
I can make this kind of mess all by myself.
Don't act like you didn't pimp something up the bottle off the shelf.
They say teamwork makes the dream work. Girl, I had some help.
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
That is good. It is interesting to see how social media is used to promote musicians and also promote, market, and how connected the viral thing is to the success. When you think about it, I don't know how much time or if you spend a lot of time on
I hate
that would be the
social
same
media.
as how much time on Instagram. I don't have TikTok, but with Instagram, there are a lot of reels and there are a lot of people that use songs. We use songs on some of ours.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to see. I don't know. I'm sure there's some stats on all of this, but what kind of music, what songs go viral or get used a lot that then become hits? And are they? Would they have been hits without
people using them?
People
on reels?
using them.
That's interesting because a lot of times when you go to pick music for your reels, right, it says like trending. So they often tell you to use those trending songs because then people will gravitate towards your reels more.
But are record companies influencing that?
Like,
are they buying the algorithms or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I do know that Drake apparently recently accused Universal Music, I believe it is, who signs both him and Kendrick Lamar. And they have their big beef going on. But he accused Universal Music of buying promotion or buying airtime for Kendrick's new single, it's just such a weird beef they've got going on. It's like,
I don't know. I don't pay any attention to that.
What is going on here? Why is this a thing, guys? You guys are both millionaires. Just live your lives, make your music. Like,
live your life. Hey.
Oh, is that a song?
Yeah, you know that song?
No.
By T something.
That's why I said, is that a song? Okay.
All right. Well, is that our musical roundup?
I mean, I think we should maybe just do a quick button of saying.
Oh, right. We do. Well,
the Eras Tour.
Yeah,
I know we devoted a
was
whole
a highlight.
episode, but that was definitely a highlight.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There was so much lead up to that. There was like the endless promotion, the starts and stops when she would take those breaks and then, it would ramp up again.
And remember when we didn't even know if she was coming to Toronto?
Yeah,
so for a long time we were waiting, like, when is she going to announce? Is she going to add another leg of her tour? And
so what
she did.
do you think is going to happen at the end of her tour?
Well, by the time people listen to this, it'll have already ended.
Right.
So they will know.
So they'll
but
know.
At the time that we're recording, I feel like she's going to announce a Taylor's version of maybe Reputation.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
She has to.
Like, that's going to happen.
She's been like stringing us along for
a
years.
Long time. Yeah. And then, I don't know, man, because she's not going to come on tour for a long time now.
Yeah.
Right? She's
That's
already
fine.
done the Tortured Poets. Yeah, it's fine, but I am glad that I went. I wanted to know if you felt like, did it live up to the hype and the anticipation for you?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I do it is interesting, to think what comes after this kind of success. Record-breaking success.
$2 billion earning tour.
Yeah. Like,
Where
can
she has
you do
impacted
something
local economies? Like crazy.
more low-key, or does it always have to be this big?
Maybe she wants to kind of take it back down. Who knows? Who knows? Or maybe she'll release another 5 albums in the next 2 years.
She probably has already had them recorded.
She probably does.
Yeah.
She is just like a machine. It's incredible how much she outputs. Yeah.
All right. Well, as we wrap up 2024,
Yeah.
what outside of what you've already talked about musically has been a highlight for you?
Oh, God. You know what? Like, as I mentioned, I think a couple of weeks ago, like I've been doing a lot more work this winter, where normally I kind of take it more easy in the winters. And I've been really enjoying that. Like,
Really?
Really, I've been enjoying that a lot. Yes.
I don't mean to take the piss.
I use that all the time.
I'm glad that you've been enjoying doing work outside of your usual summertime busyness.
Yes, it is nice to just, because I love hosting. I really live for hosting.
Yeah, the hostess with the mostest.
Yes. So whether it's at my place or at one of my events, or whether I'm just, introducing people to different wines and drinks at a corporate function, like I find it all like immensely satisfying. Yeah. Why?
You're about to say really satisfying, weren't you?
I was going to try not to say that, so I plopped in another word.
Immensely.
Immensely is a good word.
It is a really good word.
Thank
really,
you.
really good word.
It's not a rollicking word.
No, it's
but
not.
But it's a good word.
It's a good word.
What about for you? Highlights of the year?
Let's see. A lot has happened this year. Some of the highlights have not been great highlights because we've had some family passings.
Yeah.
But I would say a highlight for me has been the realization of this podcast.
Right. Yes.
Like that. I have a job that is not very creative. And I've been kind of grasping for some creative projects, or a creative project that I could...
Like an outlet.
Yes, I could put some energy into that is not I have lots of tools and I make things, but those are, they start and they stop. And so they're more short-lived projects. Whereas with this one, this has been a lot of fun. It's been a highlight this second half of the year. And I'm really interested to see
how long it lasts.
Well, no, I'm interested to see what will happen in 2025.
Yeah, me too. I have to say this has been a long time coming, because I've been trying to force you into a podcast for a while now. And I'm glad that I finally twisted that goddamn arm of yours.
You didn't have to twist.
Oh, I did. I did have to twist for the first year.
No, we just had to come up with the right concept and the right idea.
At first you were like, you didn't even know what podcasts were.
No, I know. But remember, I was the one that came to you that said this would be...
And I was like, finally.
Yeah. So you're taking the credit for that? You think you basically broke me down?
100% I'm taking the credit for it.
All right. We can share that. We can share that a little bit.
95% I'll take the credit. You can take
now
the 95%.
I'm not so sure I'm going to call this a highlight.
No, this has been super fun. And I hope that it's been fun for people to listen to our nonsense. And yeah, if we blah too much about our boring lives and...
No, don't say stuff like that. They're not boring. There's all kinds of... one of the things I think that people may tune into podcasts for is because they're looking for something relatable.
Yeah.
We all have stuff going on in our lives. And sometimes we think our lives are boring and mundane. And then we listen to podcasts, and especially podcasts where people talk about things that are happening in their life. It's relatable. Not everybody's, doing transformative things.
Right.
There's humor in everything. And life is full of all kinds of stuff. And so why not talk about it?
Yeah, you're right.
You're done. So as we recorded this episode, we're an hour in.
It's so long.
She went from being sober to tipsy.
And now I think I'm
to
hungover.
Gibberish. And now she's come back down. She's tired. She's ready for bed.
I got to go home and walk my dog. It's so cold outside.
You got to go home and get comfort from your dog.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. If you don't know that reference, listen to our Taylor Swift Eras
episode.
Tour debrief, because then you'll find out
You'll find out.
why Mike thinks Taylor goes home to get comfort from her dog.
All right,
She
listeners.
is famously a cat lady. Okay.
Thank you very much for listening to us
Yeah.
in the since November 6th. We really appreciate it. We would love it if you would share, subscribe,
follow.
send us a DM on our Instagram or email us at lifeisinthelyrics@gmail.com.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you. And who knows what 2025 will have in store.
Yeah, maybe you've got some great ideas for topics you think we should talk about. Maybe you want to be a guest. Who knows? Maybe you want to call in or something. Maybe we'll do some fun things.
We're definitely going to do some fun things.
We're going to do some fun things. Yeah. All right. Have a great New Year to all of you.
Happy New Year, and see you in 2025.
See you in 2025. Bitches.
Bye, y'all.